Hello, and welcome to a Waking Moment podcast. I'm Dani Palacio, and I'm going to be your host. And if this is the first time you're joining us, thank you so much for finding it. There's a lot of episodes. We're in season 2, and feel free to check it out on my website or Google a Waking Moment podcast. I wasn't going to actually have a recording for this week, but I decided, and I think Spirit nudged me to record something. So here I am. And I looked at all the list of topics I could do, things that I've been pondering. And when I tuned in and asked for some guidance, it was really about energy. One of my intentions for this second year of the podcast is to work on developing a connection with all the souls that will eventually see this particular episode and send some energy. So before I do that, I thought we'd have a little 101 of energy and remote energy. And it does take both of us. It's a collaborative approach. I can send as much energy to you as I would like, but that doesn't mean you're open, doesn't mean you're willing, doesn't mean you've consented, doesn't mean that you want it. And all of that can stop whatever energy I might be sending to you. Typically, when you listen to the podcast, there's a willingness to find out what's Dani going to talk about this week. And that opens up a portal, a doorway for you to receive the words and the tones and the energy that I am sharing with you. Most of it is information-based, and it's to help you spark, help you discover your truth, help you know yourself better, maybe hopefully break down some barriers, some blocks, some walls that you didn't even know you had, or maybe that you did know and you're tired of. This is slightly different. So, but I want you to be aware that this is important for all areas of your life. You own yourself, not just your physical self, but your mental self, your emotional self, and your energetic self. So what I mean by that is, just like boundaries that you would have with someone in your life, you have emotional boundaries with how you feel or how someone is projecting their feelings on you. You also have boundaries around your space, right? If someone comes too close to you, you feel a little like, hey, back off, buddy. Like, don't get so close. I don't really like that. And that is part of energy boundaries. And so understand that I have had some crazy experiences with people trying to send me energy that I never asked for, that I didn't consent to, and they thought they had the right to check in on me or to monitor my energetic spiritual growth. No, absolutely not. So I don't want you to think that I'm in a few minutes going to send you energy and it's going to somehow violate what you feel in alignment with. And so if you've ever had a session with me, you're going to hear this as that I'm asking for your consent, because I am a strong believer in consent. I actually think when we slow things down, step-by-step consent is so important. For example, in a session, I ask for consent to work with your energetic self. And because the energy comes through and gets into the physical. And yes, I dip into the mental, I dip into the emotional, I dip into the physical, depending on what that individual is in alignment and is ready to receive. But if it gets to a place where I'm like, this is pretty deep, and they kind of have to be ready because it could potentially jar them. And so I sometimes even in a session say, I'm about to do this. I've been asked to cut cords, clear this, remove this, whatever energy. Do I have your consent? Does that feel something like you would want or in alignment with what you were hoping for? Because I have had sessions with amazing healers that I have trusted and that I've given my consent to, and no one likes to feel hollowed out. No one likes to feel like, I thought I was going to come and get some beautiful healing and feel revived and more peaceful and all of that, and get up off the table and feel hollow, feel rotor-rootered. I even use that word sometimes, that phrase, because it is well described, right? It gets in there and it rotor-rooters all of the gunk, all of the plaque, all of the sticky, yucky stuff. Energy can have that too. So when I start to do these energy transmissions, these energy blessings towards you, I will always tell you before I start, And even though I'm not physically there with you and you're watching me through a podcast or you're listening to me, I listened to my own podcast on Spotify the other day, and I was like, oh, they're missing all my facial expressions and my hand gestures and my eyes. And I thought, I wonder how that is. Maybe you've never physically watched one of my podcasts. They're kind of funny. So I encourage you to do that. Anyway, back to energy and energy, love and transmission. My heart. My heart. So not only my physical heart, but my energetic soul heart is so full, so big. It has such capacity to hold love, share the love of the divine, share the love of yourself to yourself. Like, it's kind of like I get plugged in, and then all of this energy, all of this love, all of this sweetness comes flowing through. And I'm honoring that more and more. When I was young, really young, like 5 years old, I used to see spirits and they freaked me out. They weren't necessarily dark or bad. They were more like guardian angels or beings of love that were there to assist me, guide me, protect me. And I did not like that at all, because I typically would see them when I was about to go to sleep at night, and they scared me at 4 and 5. And so I kind of, in my own way, cast them out, saying, I don't want to see you ever again. Like, get out, get out, get out, right? And so, right, where was I going with that story? Anyway, energy is something that I have always been able, the unseen, I've always been able to see into it and feel it. So my channel, I had to negotiate, because I don't like seeing things when I walk into rooms and to hospitals, into hotels, on property, unless I've given permission. I've given the consent for the unseen world to show me, and literally to show me. I am much better when I hear it and when I feel it than I am when I see it. Recently, I'm sharing this story because recently I had to let go of the negotiations. Kind of, how do I describe this? In my woo-woo energetic spiritual words, and I'll try and break it down so you know what it means. I got up-leveled. I got upgraded. I was spiritually confronted by my spirit team, the allies that work with me, the beings that guide me, the love, light, energy, the divine itself was like, what are you doing? I'm trying to give you information and you're telling me that you can't receive it because whatever. And that was a negotiation. I was always like, you want to send me a message? You want to show me something? Send me a headache first and I'll stop what I'm doing and I'll receive it. Well, and you have to know that I don't get headaches. Headaches are not a normal thing for me. So when I get a headache, or I should say, when I got a headache, I knew that it wasn't my body. It wasn't something. It was spirit trying to communicate with me. So I let that go. I gave up that guardrail. I opened up the gates and I said, all right, I am ready to receive whatever is here for me to receive. I am ready to hear it. I am ready to see it, and I am ready to feel it. And my life has changed. In like 2 days. It took 2 days to calibrate, and now, now I can feel it right now. Whatever I got plugged into, or whatever happened when I said gates open for the divine, for the light, for high frequency, for love, for the highest potential possibility alignment for all beings on this planet. And I want to be really clear about that, because if you just nilly-willy say gates open, a lot of shit could come your way. You do not want that. Be specific. So I think that's one of the reasons why I talked about this in the 1-year celebration. The victory, if you've listened to the last episode, of completing a year, 64 episodes. And so I'm going to play with this, and I'm going to ask that you, when I say I'm about to do this, that you give yourself a yes. If it's a no, that's great. And if it's I'm not sure, then this is what I want to suggest. Put it in a waiting room. If it's an, I don't know, this is a little weird for me, and it's not an absolute no, then put it in a waiting room. Say, okay, I am willing to receive this, and I want it in my waiting room until I am ready. And trust that your soul and your body and your emotional self will know exactly when to receive it. Again, I've done a lot of remote distance healing, energy clearing for years. People I've never met before, people I've actually never talked to before. And sometimes when I send Reiki, when I send pure energetic Reiki flow, I can send it, because time is an illusion, I can send it to a specific moment in time, and it's waiting for that person in that moment. For example, if you're going to have surgery, I like to offer that energetic life force for you at that moment. And I may not be available in that moment. So I can send it. I can also send it to the past to help heal the past, help resolve the past. And I can put it in a waiting room for you, because you are, I think I'm listening to Les Mis in my head. You are the master of your, I don't know if you know that musical, but anyway, it goes something like, you are the master of your own self. And I'm not sure who's singing it right now, but I'm hearing it in my head. And basically you are in control. You are your own sovereign divine self. And you have the right to say yes. You have the right to say no. And if you want to say maybe when it comes to energy, then just know it's going to be waiting for you when you're ready. And so I hope I've answered some of those questions before we actually start this. I've not done this via the podcast, so I am a little nervous. I'm just going to be honest. And I am going to also ask that if you feel an energy, a transmission, a shift, please let me know. Please let me know. I won't know, honestly, if it's being received by all of you that listen. And so I would appreciate some insight. And I often do this with clients. I have no idea where we're going or what I'm going to be saying, or what if I'm going to say anything at all. But I do think I'm going to continue to talk, because a lot of you do just listen to this podcast. So it won't be enough for me to do physical movements, hand gestures for you, or even use crystals. So I probably will walk through whatever it is I'm about to do. All right, so let's take a moment. Let's just take a moment wherever you are, and however you can. You can put your hand on your heart. You can close your eyes if you can. You can sit up straight if you want. You can lie down if you'd like. Whatever feels best. But I want you to just take a pause in your day, in your moment, and take a nice, slow, deep breath in through your nose, and kind of hold it in for as long as it feels comfortable. And when you're ready to exhale, let it come out through your mouth, and be intentional that you're letting go. And as you breathe into the next breath, you're breathing in the possibility. And this is where you say your consent. Oh, I consent. No, I don't consent. Maybe I'd like to experience this at another time. So as you breathe that breath in, breathe in that willingness, whatever it is for you. And as you exhale, let go of anything that might stand in the way, even if you're a no, and even if you're a maybe. You never know what shifts and changes in a second. So continue to use your breath. Now, if you can't close your eyes or you're driving, I want you to keep yourself safe. And so don't close your eyes, but set the intention. Okay, Dani's going to send me some energy and I'm willing to receive it, or I'd like to receive it once I get to the place I'm going, whatever that might look like. And just stay focused on what you're doing. Stay focused on the drive, stay focused with the cars around you and the traffic in front of you, and just listen along, and just know that it's all going to catch up. So, okay. Anything else before we begin? And it won't be long. It'll only be maybe a minute. We're just going to start out really small. There could potentially in the future be podcasts that are 5 minutes long that are all energy transmission. How cool is that? Then you could just have them on speed dial. I might want that for my own life. Okay. So again, taking a nice slow deep breath in and a nice exhale. To all the souls that are listening or that are watching, this particular podcast, I send you love. I ask that your spirit teams and your higher self receive this love, this energy, this life force, this vitality that is coming to you through grace, through light, through you being you. And as you continue to breathe, this energy is moving towards you and surrounding you in a beautiful bubble of golden light so that it's there in your essence and is available as sparks of light, as warmth, as energy that moves through you and cleans, clears, and purifies any stuck, any deep, any lower frequency emotions like sadness and depression and doubt and fear. And this energy gently just massages and surrounds you and loves you. And you start to feel warm and you start to maybe even feel tingles in your body. And on those exhales, your body slowly starts to release. And the release energy is really one of smooth, gentle shifts in your body, in your cells, in your thinking, and in your aura, the energy that is around you. And as this energy continues to permeate its way into all of the inner facets of you, into the cells and into the molecules, into the blood, into the bone marrow, it creates spaciousness and it allows for you to know your truth. It allows for you to feel your truth. And it dissipates anything that stands in the way of that. Little by little, nothing harsh, nothing fast, nothing forced, unless you are ready for it. Then this energy can wash you clean, like as if you are standing underneath a waterfall or a beautiful shower head that's just pouring down on you. And all of it goes down into the earth. All of it gets released into Mother Earth. And she drinks it up and she recycles it and she uses that energy to create newness. And it will create something new and beautiful. So it's a beautiful connection of release and reciprocity, and this flow of love, this flow of the divine, this flow of pure life force is you, as you, and is coming through you. Whew. So you're breathing again, breathing in consciously, intentionally, holding it for just a moment, and exhaling. Letting the slow, gentle awareness of this moment coming back into the present, coming back into wherever you are, doing whatever you're doing, knowing that this energy session, this energy transmission is now complete. Thank you so much for experimenting with me. And I want you to know that personally, I felt so much peace and love, and I felt the connection to those souls, to you that are listening, watching, sharing. And I look forward to your feedback. I really, if you're watching, listening, and you've made it this far in the podcast, please send me a text, send me a message on social. It doesn't have to be long, but yeah, I got it, Dani. Yeah, I felt it. Yeah, I got it, but I didn't feel it. Yeah, whatever. I don't even know what you're talking about, Dani. All of that's okay. So thank you again. I love you all so much. I'm so grateful. And I will talk to you again on the next podcast.